Hey guys, my name is Nate and this is my brother Steven. Together we are Wingman Merch.
Thanks for checking out our video. We put these up about a month after we shoot them. If you'd like to catch any of these videos live, check out our Facebook page. The link is in the description.
So we can jump right into this Merch Monday. We're going to talk about the Amazon updates. I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff that Steven has seen this week that's just all over the place as far as the back end and the keywords and how they're switching all that up. But as far as just merch specific stuff, there seems to be no more like tier up weekends from what I can see. It's happened maybe once so far in 2018, but one of the accounts that we manage actually got tiered up this week. And I was looking in a lot of the other groups to see if people were like, oh, everyone got tiered up this weekend. But I didn't see that. So my theory is that they're going to be more consistent. So if you are qualified for your tier up, which we think means that you've used
All your slots,
and that you've sold as many shirts as what tier you're on. So if you're on 25 tier, then you sold 25 shirts. It looks like there's a better system. So once you actually hit those qualifications, you might get tiered up. It's all just a theory, things that I'm seeing, just letting you guys know. Anything on your end of Amazon?
The research side,
about?
Yeah, everything is always long-winded. But the research side is in that video that we did. You can kind of see it. When we hit results, they're kind of suppressing a lot of results. They're not hiding any listings. They're just being clever the way that they're showing how many shirts show up. So if you type in cat shirt, normally it's pulling all the shirts that have cat in it, but now they're being a little more clever with matching the exact phrase. So before they would just pull any single word. Now it looks like they're doing a lot more phrase matching because there's so many shirts. So testing out a lot of things, but I just wanted to point that out. Also, they're bunching the results. So instead of giving the actual result number, they're saying like less than 1,000, more, a little more than 1,000, less than 2,000. So I've seen them do that before. It kind of comes in waves. When it seems like they're changing stuff on the back end, they do that. And then when ever they're done fixing or changing whatever they're doing, it will then display the total amount of results again. So just something to keep in mind when you're doing research. It shouldn't change anything you're doing because anything under 5,000 should still show as under 5,000. It's not really displaying it that differently. So just to be aware of that. Also, when you're searching, it is subcategorizing you. So you will have to make note of that. If you see that it puts you in a subcategory, just make sure you're searching in the all category also.
Yeah, like I said, there's always a lot of stuff going on, but try to make it a little concise.
Yeah, and I might try to do quick update videos like that in the group. The problem is by the time I shoot that video, something's already changed, so it's just hard to constantly be telling people the updates on that. That's why we kind of leave it a little wide with the 5,000, look for the top 10, and then once you start doing your research and having success, then you can tighten up all your parameters.
Yeah, someone this week was asking me my merch secrets, and it's really just Steven staying on top of all this stuff. I don't know how he tracks all that and keeps track of it.
Yeah, research daily, have about 50 Excel spreadsheets, track everything. And now, like, because I'm doing private label research, Create Space, Kindle research, and merch research, and then trying to pool all that information together and use it. And I've actually let go of my VA team to kind of revamp everything that I'm doing because the way that I taught them and the way that I want them to do things now are kind of really distancing out themselves. So hopefully when I come back from Vegas, I'll hire them back on with a better strategy. And I might, like I said, shoot another research video when I feel like I have a better handle to tell people in a general sense.
Yeah. So if you want to know our merch secrets, it's basically just the research side of it that Steven's doing. And the reason that we can't like easily share that is because it feels like it changes every hour. You know, every day there's a new way that we're trying things. So we're just constantly trying to stay on top of that. But we'll jump into some updates about our business. The Wingman merch team. The Trello board's almost done. Very close to being done with that. That's really exciting. We haven't really put a lot of information like that together just in one place. We've probably said all of this information before, so if you've been following us, you might know it all. But it's just cool to have it in one place that we can just like, when people are like, hey, I'm starting, what should I do? this is like the perfect thing for them just to go through. They can work through it, keep track of everything. That's really exciting for us to have something like that, and we might turn it into
a course.
Some other courses.
It was fun
well.
too to realize how much we actually know, and then every time we were like, okay, we can just shoot a quick video like this, then break it down into more and more series and steps to try to do it for just beginners. And then from doing that, we have like other things like advanced steps. So again, moving away from the beginner guide, putting together something that we can direct all the new people to, and then get to where we want to be, which is partnering and other more advanced
deal
tools.
creation and stuff. So this will be awesome. When we have new people join the group, we'll just say, hey, just check out this, whether it's the course or the Trello board, whatever. It'll kind of catch them up to where we want everyone to be. And then they'll start understanding more of the information that will be going into this group.
Fingers crossed, the basic, at least mindset, will not change as much. That's another thing we were trying to focus on, is how do we give this information that even if Amazon is consistently changing, at least the steps are in a way that you can kind of follow them, even though like the research might change a little bit, the artwork might change a little bit, the uploads might change a little bit, but the steps are there. And how do we make it followable? And then in Trello, how to make it as a workflow.
Yeah. And trying to do all that, we've shot some new videos. We did the over-the-shoulder video in this group maybe 3-4 weeks ago.
Which feels like a year ago.
Yeah, it feels like forever ago. But we reshot them in a bit simpler way to like digest and break down. So we've pulled the old one that was in this group and uploaded 3 new videos that kind of take that place. So if you guys haven't watched those and you're still interested in like how we're doing our keywords and what we're meaning when we say landing zone, all of those are in the group together, and they're pretty short. I don't think any of them are over like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, and we're going to attempt to do it that way moving forward. This week might be hard with the tiering up strategies.
Well, like
that
the educational videos where it's like we're trying to tell you
teach you
just
something,
part of information. But yeah, we'll talk about the video that we're going to do Wednesday in a second. But I just want to touch on the nonprofit webinar that's really close to being done as well. We've got the slides mostly done, just need to touch up some of the wording and fill in some more information. But we're hoping to test that in this group on Friday. And by that, we mean just do a webinar
live.
In this group. We want to do that just to see what the feedback from this group is. So we're going to do it in this group, see what feedback we get, and then pull that within like 5 to 7 days. And then we're going to do it live in another group to hopefully get some more people in this group. But we just want to test it in this group so you guys see the content and then can give us some feedback on it, because you guys have been awesome with that, helping us out with feedback and whatnot. So we are aiming for Friday. We're not sure if we're going to make it Friday or we might do it on Monday. But we'll let you guys know when we get a little bit closer to those dates. The Wingman resources, I just wanted to touch on this. We've linked a good amount of things in this group now, from all like the art tools and our Artform. All of that stuff is going to be in a file in the Wingman merch Facebook group. So if you go at the very top of the page, it says files on the left side. If you click that, then there's a file in there with all those links. And even for the text expander, I put those sentences right in there. So if you're interested in that, all that stuff will be in there. And anytime we like link something in the future,
we'll be put in the file section.
We'll try and update that file section. So everything's just in one spot. I've had a lot of people just ask me like, hey, can you just send me the link for the Artform again? I forgot where it was. So it's in that file section now. Some more housekeeping. Oh, speaking of the Artform, I just wanted to thank everybody for using it this month. Yesterday, we actually passed. This has been the month it's been used the most. So that's awesome. Really appreciate it. We still have like 10 days, and everyone keeps saying they have more ideas. So it's getting a little hectic. So trying to figure out new ways to organize all that stuff is what we're working on behind the scenes. And in future, we want to have like a proper website or something that's not just like a Google Sheet thing that was just kind of us like, okay, is this idea gonna work? It seems like it does work. It seems like we're getting really good feedback and helping a lot of people get those designs made. So now we want to invest a little bit more time and see what the best way of putting something a little bit more permanent together.
We have other ideas too, like the templates and stuff.
Yeah.
So we don't really know how to do it because Nathaniel will be the one that creates it. And he was saying that if we make a template, if you do want to change something, you're going to have to use
Photoshop
or GIMP.
Yeah.
And at that point, people that know how to do that already can make art. So that might be something else when we actually move to a website to be able to have templates where you can just put in whatever keywords or whatever onto the shirt and then be able to download that as the proper size.
Yeah, and we have no idea when all that's going to be done. They're all great ideas that we have right now. We just have no idea what that's actually going to take, or like as far as time or resources. So those are just ideas that are out there. If you guys keep asking it, of course, we'll try to get it closer and closer to being a realistic thing. But we have no idea what that's really going to take. So we've got to put some time into that.
Well, I was just saying, from using the form, if that actually turns into a website, it's not just that. It's going to turn into
Right. There will be
more.
other resources there for
That's
you
just the
guys.
next thing that we were attempting to figure out this week. And I guess that's the question I want to ask this group. If we were to make you a template inside GIMP or inside Photoshop with a quick video, is that something that you would be interested in?
And by template, he means like just like a stock image.
Yeah, I guess I should have said that.
Yeah, that you guys can just change either like just the text or add your own image to it. That would just be like a t-shirt layout, and then you could change those out. And we do different templates for different things.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's go even one step farther. With us trying to teach you how to do business with nonprofits, we had a template shirt for nonprofits that said, I donated, or just different things.
Yep.
But then we wanted it to leave a section so that you could put the actual name of the nonprofit. And that was kind of the idea that was born from that. And then we had other template ideas, like Nathaniel said, putting stock images with maybe different things that says like best mom, and then you would put like nurses, and then it would have an image of a nurse or something like that, is the idea behind it. How we'd actually pull that off, I guess, is the thing that we've been going back and forth, or even if anybody would want that.
Yeah. So I guess similar to make merch, but it would just be, I mean, ideally we'd be able to make something similar to make merch, but it would just be kind of you guys plug and playing instead of just here's all these raw elements, you guys figure it out. So we'll have to brainstorm again on that, and probably has our cousin who creates websites to help us with that, just thinking through it.
I just want to put the idea out there, to see if there's even anybody that wants to do that. Because you might be right. If they're willing to do that part of it, they might already know how to do the art, so then there's no point of actually even making a template.
Right. But yeah, just a lot of ideas in our head to help out everyone in this community. But we are kind of playing it slow till we have these basics out, and then once we have the basics out, we have a lot more exciting content that we're a little bit more passionate about to share with you guys. So that's all that's coming up, hopefully shortly. As far as our plan for this week, we're this Wednesday. We had a few questions in this group that kind of sparked the idea that we should do like a tier specific advice video. So there's like a couple different mindsets that you can take when you're making your merch business. After you get those first couple sales under your belt and you want to create a system. We want to help you guys identify like kind of what mindset that fits you, and then at what tier things that you should be focusing on. So we have to put that content together a little bit cleaner still, but we'll have that ready for Wednesday. So that will be kind of our Wednesday educational video.
Yeah, if you have any questions on that too, ask them, and then we'll try to address them in that video.
Yeah.
We're trying to compile all the questions that we constantly get asked for different tiers and then put that into a video. The same format that we like. I'll ask the questions, that Daniel will answer it. That seems to work the best for us. But if you have any questions, I can definitely put that into the video also.
Yep, so that's the plan for this week. Also, I'll just mention again, on Friday, we're going to try and do that nonprofit webinar. We think we're going to do it live. We've got to see how that goes. But we'll make an event, hopefully by Wednesday, if we are going to go live. We'll have to think all that through and figure all that out. But that's our plan for this week in this group. And I think that's all that we've got to talk about this Merch Monday. you got anything else you want to say before we close this out?
Thank you for everybody being in here. We are going to start promoting the group soon.
Yeah,
after this webinar will be the first push.
Right.
So we are going to try to grow this group. So if you have any questions for us, please ask them, because being in other Facebook groups and being admins in other Facebook groups that grow rapidly, it's extremely hard to keep up with the questions. So
right.
Feel free to ask questions. We're here. We're going to try to always be here. We're trying to play the long game with merch, because we feel like Amazon is playing the long game with merch, and we want to be helping people through this whole process. So just to let you know, when things get crazy around here, they really get crazy for us, not just the Facebook, but stuff breaks around the house. Then you got to be fixing stuff. You got to be running here. And doing stuff like that. Trello board, something that we were just like, oh, we can knock that out in a few days.
It was hours long. So we're really glad that it's almost done now, but it was a lot of work.
I look like I aged because I had the long hair, and I had the short hair, then I had long hair again. But just, we enjoy doing stuff like that, but just trying to constantly balance our time is something that we're constantly working on. But feel free to ask questions. And thank you for everybody being here.
Yeah, definitely thank you to everyone who's in this group. But definitely give feedback. I know I have a few people who are like, oh, we're sorry, we feel like we're emailing you too much. Like, no, like, I enjoy talking merch. If you guys want to talk merch, even if it's like, oh, I don't
I'm not so much. Research, yes. Merch, I'll be pointing you over to the thing.
Yeah, if you guys get a design that you're not happy with, like, let me know. I'll try to make all that stuff right. Don't feel bad. Like, I want to talk to you guys. I want to get your feedback, because it is very important just for me to bring something to this community that everyone's going to like and enjoy and use.
Our feelings don't get hurt. Be very honest.
Right.
If you you guys are screwing up or you're messing up, okay, tell us what you think, and then we'll try to solve it.
Yeah, we'll try to make it right. So yeah, that's all we got for you guys this Merch Monday. Thank you guys for joining us. If you're watching this on replay,
Paul, hello.
Yeah, hi Paul. But yeah, we appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys Wednesday.